Woody Harrelson and Simu Liu are in a race against time in Last Breath, one of few new movies I'll be reviewing this week on CJ at the Movies, along with two films starring Ed Harris, one starring Daisy Ridley, and one starring Jimmy Buffett's daughter. I'm Christopher Zweig. Let's take a look. Our first movie is Last Breath, which is a remake of a rescue documentary about saturation diver Chris Lemons, who survived the bottom of the dark and cold North Sea. Vin Cole plays Chris, while Woody Harrelson and Simu Liu play his fellow colleagues, all of whom are repairing an oil rig. When a storm sends their ship drifting away, Chris's cable gets cut and gets stuck at the bottom of the ocean with very little oxygen in his backup tank.
The ship's not drifting.
Chris has become our anchor. That's never gonna hold.
Chris, on me!
What happens now?
Your umbilical, it's gonna snap. I will come back for you, but you have to get yourself back to the top. I can't rescue you if I can't find you. Understand?
Just make sure I'm alive.
Both the documentary and feature were directed by Alex Parkinson, and while he doesn't provide us with enough basis and goes straight for the mission and dangers, he still makes a nice little filmmaking transition. It's all based on how he guides the actors and sets, and I was impressed by the look and feel of them. The dark and moggy underwater sequences are thrilling, and the performances from Harrelson, Liu, and Cole are spot on, and while I'm sure it'll be overshadowed by Captain America Brave New World at the box office, I still think it's worth your time and money. It might get a little soggy and moist, but you'll dry off soon enough. Our next movie is Cleaner, which kind of plays like Die Hard, except it's in London, and it features a window cleaner played by Daisy Ridley, who must take care of her older autistic brother while dealing with her insufferable bosses, who are the heads of an energy company targeted by environmental activists led by Clive Owen.
Greedy, needy, cocky. We're going to shine a light on your crimes. So you will be worthless. Cheers.
He wants to use less violence and more truth about those rich people's crimes being exposed. That is, unless his crazy young associate, played by Taz Skylar, sets up a coup d'etat and kills him off. With her brother and other innocent people in danger, Ridley is the building's only hope.
Your brother needs you.
Put it down.
Directed by Martin Campbell, The Cleaner doesn't have the screenplay to make the story more elevating, but it does succeed as campy entertainment. It deals with the right topics about autism, the environment, and how the main heroine can distinguish between good and evil, and Ridley delivers the goods in her role. It's continuing proof that she doesn't need to act like Rey Skywalker all the time, and if you do get the opportunity to see it, you might have fun. Our next movie is My Dead Friend Zoe, which stars Sonequa Martin Green as Merritt, a soldier who just lost her best friend and fellow soldier Zoe, played by Natalie Morales. She refuses to tell anyone about her turmoil and is often visited by Zoe's ghost, who enjoys sharing her wisecracks.
Okay. Aren't we better than this woe is me? Ouchie, my feelings. Let's get out of here.
Be quiet.
Merritt. Everything okay?
I'm sorry.
That, of course, is Morgan Freeman as Merritt's support group host, who is trying to talk some sense into her about talking about her issues, and Ed Harris is cast as her Alzheimer's-stricken grandfather.
You think I'm crazy? Your mother thinks I'm crazy. But as long as you're under my roof, paper goes in goddamn six.
I would think seriously about what living in the past is worth.
My Dead Friend Zoe knows which target audience to aim at. People who have been in the army, people who lost their friends, people who need to see and acknowledge people going through hardships, and people who need a little sense of humor through pathos. There's a strong display of emotions and words that brings out the main heroine's best and worst qualities. It's hard to understand her pathos, but it's easy to acknowledge that not every person is ready to talk about their problems, and the cast is terrific, especially Martin Green, Morales, Harris, and Freeman, who all know the correct genres. Next up, Riff Raff, a crime comedy with a Tarantino feel to it. We meet a teenager named DJ, played by Miles J. Harvey, who serves as the film's narrator and main character caught in the middle of a family crisis. There's that Ed Harris again as a stepfather who has some baggage regarding his criminal son, played by Louis Pullman, his pregnant Italian girlfriend, Emanuele Pastaccini, and his biological mother, played by Jennifer Coolidge, all of whom are targeted by gangster Bill Murray and his dim-witted associate, Pete Davidson.
No Slim Jims. Past 2 hours, you've been passing gas like a very sick infant. I gotta breathe all day.
Sorry, Lefty, I had a lot of coffee, okay? Sorry.
And then you use my name? Jesus Christ, Lonnie. You just said my name.
Even though the jokes don't always land, Riff Raff handles the energy and charismatic performances by the cast, which also finds room for Gabrielle Union as DJ's mom and Michael Covino from The Climb as Murray's son. It doesn't oversell itself with bullets, but rather the very nature of the characters and what led to their choices in life. They're all handled by writer John Poland and director Dito Montiel, and it's got the right attitude to be entertaining. And our last movie is Adult Best Friends, a small comedy made by and starring real best friends Delaney Buffett and Katie Corwin. Here's the deal. Katie is dating Mason Gooding, currently in Hard Eyes, but Delaney is not fond of him due to her inability to accept change. He pops the question to Katie, she says yes, but has yet to tell Delaney, so she decides to invite her on a girls' trip just to smooth her in about her engagement.
I planned us a mini beach vacation. Is there a bar at the rental house?
You found it!
I thought this was a private space.
This was all
In the welcome email.
We can pop a squat and look things over if you want.
Oh, no. I'm going to a bar. We won't really be able to talk. We talk all day. I know. That's a good point.
Adult Best Friends is a short movie running for 83 minutes, but it's just enough time to see these two main heroines and where they're going in life. Katie is more mature than Delaney, who drinks and snorts cocaine, and yet they both have a likable chemistry that wants us to care about them. I should also mention that Delaney is the late Jimmy Buffett's daughter, and he would be smiling down at what she has accomplished. Recapping this week's new movies: thumbs up for Last Breath, thumbs up for Cleaner, thumbs way up for My Dead Friend Zoe, thumbs up for Riff Raff, and thumbs up for Adult Best Friends. Well, those are the new movies I'm reviewing this week. I'm Christopher Zweig. Stay safe, and I'll see you at the movies.